Let's talk about Wormmon. Okay, so yeah, another one of the Digi Armor, Digivolution, alternate Digivolution, whatever you want to call it, videos. This one is going to be about Wormmon. Now, all the other 5 ones, we at least know in the series, we know what one of their forms is, because at least one of them, if not 2, in regards to Vmon, Armadillomon, and Hawkmon, we know at least one of their forms. Because Kari and TK, we each know about, Kari has Nefertimon and TK has Pegasusmon, and you hear Rainy jingling in the background. Maybe he'll come and join us. Maybe not. I don't know. Nope. Rainy! He went to the groomer yesterday, and now he's, like, being a pill and, like, just not, not wanting to come and spend time with me. I'm like, I'm not the one that took you to the groomer. That was Grandma that took you to the groomer. Yeah, so he's being a pain. Rainy, come here. Okay, never mind. But yeah, with the other 5, we know at least what one of their forms is, if not 2 of them, or the case of Vmon, 3 of them with, Magnamon. With Wormmon, it's, unless you've, like, looked some of the stuff up on your own, or unless you've, like, listened to the different, side adventures that they have, the audio dramas, you may not know what Wormmon turns into if he had the Digi-Egg of Kindness, which we will get to, but we'll start off at the beginning of the list. We would have the Digi-Egg of Courage, and this is another one of the ones where you get 2 possibilities in regards to what Wormmon will turn into for the Digi-Egg of Courage. The first one is Flame Wizardmon, which I don't know if Wizardmon can turn into this too. He might be able to. I think it's just another variation of what Wizardmon can turn into. But this one is what Wormmon, one of the variations for Wormmon, if he Digivolved with a Digi-Egg of Courage. Again, I don't know what affects whether or not it turns into this one or the other one. But it's like, we got a Flaming Wizard, has blue fire, has a flaming hat, has a wand, has, interesting shoes. I do like the design. I always wish that they'd found a way to bring Wizardmon back into the series, since they state that Digimon can be reincarnated, can be brought back. I always wish that they found a way to bring Wizardmon back, but I went over that in the Wizardmon video that I did a while ago. And unless we get more information, I can't really do anything else about Wizardmon. And then the other one that we have for what Wormmon can turn into, which I think makes a little bit more sense in regards to Wormmon turning into this, is Shadramon, which is a flaming bug Digimon. Kind of looks like a flaming bug version of Flamedramon. So yeah, I can get behind that for if Wormmon turned into that, if Ken got his hands on Davis's D terminal and it, got him the Digi-Egg of Courage and everything, that would be, that's what we would get here for that one. So I do like that design. And then we have for Friendship. Friendship, I really, really like this photo, what Wormmon turns into, and he has the Digi-Egg of Friendship. He turns into Togemogumon. It's a giant porcupine hedgehog thing. I find that adorable. I think it's so pretty. I think it's so fun. Not something you'd want to be riding around on, obviously, because it's, like, very spiny and everything. But, this thing rolls up and rolls around. It's like the enemies are just, like, in a lot of pain very quickly, in my opinion. But I do really like the design. Again, we don't, I don't know what the actual sizes would be on these things, but I would assume they're pretty good sized. So this thing would be pretty good. Also, just, put him in the right direction of the sun, and, you can blind the enemy really quickly while he's attacking, just shiny plates on the back. So I just like that design. And then we have Love, which, Ken and Yoli are married canonically in the series and everything. So there's always the possibility that Ken may have, grabbed Yoli's D terminal at some point in time. The Friendship and the Courage ones would be like if, Ken got his hands on, Davis's D terminal. In this case, it would be Love if he got his hands on Yoli's, and he would get Arumon. Arumon. Aurumon. It's an owl. Which, if they're going for, like, the representation of, like, the owl being smart, Ken would definitely qualify as smart, even, he's not as smart as he is when he's the Digimon Emperor, but he's still smart. I like the owl. It's cute. It's got the little heart on its head. Owls are fun. Not really too much else to go with that. Then we have, if he had the Digi-Egg of Sincerity, would be Nohimon, which looks like a scarecrow. Kind of doesn't fit the Japanese theme that we were getting with a lot of the other ones for what the Digi-Egg of Sincerity would look like. But it's a scarecrow, so I don't know exactly. First of all, I don't know how prevalent scarecrows are in Japanese culture. I would assume they have maybe something similar to a scarecrow, but I don't think it quite looks the way this one looks, because this one very much looks like the scarecrow from the Wizard of Oz. So I don't know exactly where they're going with that one. But hey, it's your Digimon. It's got the bird on top carrying it. I don't know. Not really too much else there. Then we get the Digi-Egg of Knowledge, which would turn Wormmon into. Well, it looks like it says Searchmon, because it's Searchmon, Searchmon. So, or I don't know if it's supposed to be, because it looks like a scarab, or well, not a cicada, but like a scarab beetle is kind of what it looks like. So I don't know if it's supposed to be like a based off of that, but it looks like it says Searchmon. So I don't know if he's going to I don't know, double check Ken's internet search history and get rid of anything that he doesn't want other people to see that Ken searched. I don't know. It looks mechanical, so it can probably be pretty machine compatible in regards to the way that Izzy, Izzy never really used because Tentomon never really got mechanical parts. None of his versions have mechanical parts. They're all still a bug setup, but some of the other Digimon, Andromon does have mechanical parts, and Izzy can interface with those with his computer. So this one might be able to do that too. Or Ken can interface with it with his computer. Not sure. Then we get Reliability, which turns Wormmon into it's Archelomon, and it looks like a sea turtle with sword arms, or with knife arms, with knife fins. I'm okay. Don't know where this logic jump came from worm caterpillar thing to this, but okay. I don't know, that the arms just, the fins just give me pause in regards to, I don't know if that's what I want a child around. I don't know. That's just one of those things where it's just it's interesting looking. It's definitely, sharp and green. I don't know. That's what we get there. And then we have the Digi-Egg of Hope, if Ken got his hands on that. It would turn Wormmon into Bullmon. Ken's going to go be a matador. It looks like a bull that's trying to do a superhero cosplay because of the cape, and it's the armor and everything. It looks like a bull trying to be a superhero, and I'm just instantly okay with that. I am perfectly okay with this answer. Bull being a superhero. Perfectly, yes. Yes. That's just fun. I do like that design. It's Ayaz has cape. I don't know. Again, there's so many different things that it's a whole I'd be perfectly fine with just an entire filler season of Digimon. Well, maybe not an entire filler season, but a small filler arc of Digimon that would just involve the Digidestin's D-terminals keep getting switched around, and they each get a different Digi-Egg than they're used to, and they don't have a choice and they have to battle that way because they're all being attacked by something, and their Digi devices just get or their D-terminals get all shuffled around, which is what happens in one of the side things that happens for one of the audio dramas that they did. It's all their all their D-terminals get shuffled around, which is just basically where this whole idea for this came from, is that they get shuffled around, and then one of they each get the wrong one, and then they still digivolve their Digimon, and it's Ken's turn, all of them turn into the wrong thing, but they still are able to fight. But then Ken finally gets his Digi-Egg, gets his Digi armor egg at that point in time. which I would love if they ever animated that. I would love that, just because it's like, just give Ken that moment, okay? Just give him that moment. Let him prove that he did earn his kindness back again. Since he doesn't have his crest anymore, let him earn that he has kindness in him again. Just to help with Ken's own self-esteem issues, please. I don't know. But, you know, it's just like Wormmon is fun. And then we move on to if Ken had the Digi Egg of Light, which, I mean, in all honesty, I can see them doing something with, like, Ken getting his hands on the Digi Egg of Light. I could very much see that happening at some point in time, because Ken and Kari are very similar in a lot of ways, in the fact that they're both very susceptible to the darkness and everything, and we've both seen them fall to darkness one way or the other, with, like, Ken falling to become the Digimon Emperor because of the Dark Spore, and with Kari falling with what happened in Digimon Adventures Tri, when she thought Tai was dead. We've seen both of them fall down these dark holes before, so Ken getting his hands on the Digi Egg of Light would be something that I would see would make sense. And with that, Ken getting the Digi Egg of Light, it would turn Wormmon into Quetzalmon. And so it'd be like Quetzalcoatl is what it's obviously based off of. I really love this design. I always like different variations of what different cultures think dragons look like. And Quetzalcoatl, big giant sun god deity on, the temples and everything. Just love the design. Would love to see, Wormmon turn into this. Just like love a thing where it's like Kari and Ken have to just like swap Digivices or swap their eggs or something like that. And Kari gets kindness and, Ken gets, light. I would be perfectly fine with that. I would love that. And then in regards to Ken's canonical Digi-Egg, if he ever got his hands on it, outside of the audio drama, for kindness, would turn Wormmon into Buchemon. It's so cute. It looks like a stuffed animal. I went to hug it, because Wormmon deserves hugs after everything that he went through with Ken and everything. They both deserve hugs. Ken and Wormmon both deserve hugs. But yeah, so we have this thing. I think it's adorable. Buchemon. Buchiemon. It's just so cute. I'd love to see this animated in the series at some point in time. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I'd love that if it was. Yeah. And then we have the Digi Egg of Miracles, if Ken got his hands on that. Which, by a technicality, Ken at one point did have his hands on the Digi Egg of Miracles, because the Digi Egg of Miracles was this thing that he found that he used to help power his base. And then, Wormmon's the one that showed it to Davis and Veemon when they, made their way into the base, when the Digidestins made their way into Ken's Digimon Emperor base to stop Ken. They found the, Davis is the one that found this. So, I mean, like, if Ken had his hands on it, if Ken had his hands on the Digi Egg of Miracles, it would turn Wormmon into, I'm probably going to mispronounce this, I apologize, Kongomon. Kongoumon. Kongoumon. It looks like a Buddhist beetle, scarab bug thing. It's interesting looking. It's gold. Again, it would be very interesting to see the Digidestin with these, see Ken with this or something. I would enjoy that. This thing's kind of cool looking. I got, it's like, it's got 6 arms. It's, I think for some reason I want to say it's like electric themed or something like that, but I don't know exactly. But it's still a nice design. Some of the designs they put a lot of thought into and like what it would turn into. Other cases it's like, give me an animal. Because like the bug ones make sense for Wormmon because he's a bug. He's an insect type Digimon. So, that makes perfect sense if he turns into a bug. Or something along those lines. So, that's what we have. That's the last one of these ones for now, unless I find something else in regards to Digi Armor that I wanted to talk about. Not really, but, if I did. Don't know when I'm going to do another Digimon video. It depends. I've got another idea for one that I want to do, possibly involving the DNA Digivolving. But I'm not sure yet. So we'll see what happens with that. But that's what I have. I thank you very much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I hope that you have a nice rest of your day. Bye.